I think Pittsburgh has a championship defense, don't get me wrong, but I think Baltimore is clearly ahead, and I'm just saying, if I had to take the Ben Roethlisberger at 38, who's played 2 games in 2 years, I'll take my chances with Burrow and Mayfield, and Pittsburgh may have the 4th best quarterback this year in the AFC North.
That was fascinating, and I want to be clear how Dianna taking her own temperature on this. But Booger, I'll start with you. I want to be clear what Mike T said, because we only played a little bit of it there. He was talking about how at this age, coming off the elbow surgery, all that kind of stuff, it was a little bit more of a nuanced thought than that. But at the end of the day, he did say it. Booger, your thoughts?
Well, I think there's going to be questions with Ben coming off elbow surgery. I definitely understand where Mike T's coming from, but here's what I look at. You know, by all accounts, Greeny, if you go back and you talk to baseball pitchers that have had a similar injury and a similar surgery, they tell you that the elbow feels tighter, the arm feels better. They're able to throw the football at a higher, the baseball at a higher velocity. So if you equate that to football, I think Big Ben's arm is going to be fine, especially if they can protect him. And you add to that, people always make a big deal about Juju Smith-Schuster being a number 1, no Antonio Brown. Here's what I'll say. If you look around the National Football League over the last decade at the one franchise that has been able to develop receivers, guys that we don't know anything about, bring them in, develop them, coach them up, put them in their system, it's been the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just look at the list of receivers that they've drafted, that they've had come through there. So I think when you put all that together, Greeny, and it's ran by the leadership of Mike Tomlin, one of the most underrated coaches of you and I's time, I think Pittsburgh is going to be outstanding. I think Big Ben is going to be really good. And that's to take nothing away from Lamar Jackson, the MVP. I think Baker Mayfield is going to be better. Joe Burrow, I think, is going to be an up-and-coming. He'll be in Cincinnati for 10 years. But Big Ben Roethlisberger, the 4th best quarterback in that division, nah, I can't see that. I respect you, Mr. T, but I can't see that.
Dianna, I saw the look on your face. What were your thoughts?
Well, I always love Mike T because he drafted Darrelle Revis, but after that and this take, it's just a big pile of hot garbage. I don't think that Ben Roethlisberger is the 4th best quarterback in that division. Are you crazy? Of Joe Burrow, he's a rookie. He's still just learning all this. Yes, he looks fantastic in camp. He is still very young, though. Baker Mayfield, he took steps back last year, and he's in what, his 4th, 5th offense now, or at least having a new head coach here. So he still has a lot to prove out there. And yes, I'm not going to compare Ben Roethlisberger and Lamar Jackson. We're talking 2 completely different quarterbacks. We'll say Lamar's the best quarterback in that division. But let's not forget what Ben Roethlisberger is, and which is a great quarterback. That Steelers team is nothing without Big Ben, and we saw it last season. And in terms of talking to people who are at Steelers practice, who are on his team, I hear nothing but glowing reviews about where Big Ben is physically, which Booger alluded to, but also mentally. We talked about Aaron Rodgers being happy, loving the game, appreciating the space that they're in. I'm told the same thing applies to Ben Roethlisberger. People that have been around him for over a decade tell me they have never seen Ben Roethlisberger the way they have seen him at camp the last few weeks, the way he is in practice, the way he is out on the field. I expect Ben Roethlisberger to come out blazing.
And Greg, you made an interesting point in our meeting this morning about the one place you would take Roethlisberger over any of them this coming season.
I mean, how many games in the NFL come down to the final 2 minutes or the final 2 minutes of a half where you can steal some points? 2-minute drives are really what it's all about when it comes to the quarterback position in the NFL. It separates the good from the greats and the greats from the Hall of Famers like Ben Roethlisberger is. And if you give me a situation with the game on the line, with the season on the line, in the playoffs, I've seen Ben Roethlisberger deliver. I've seen him do it time and time again. Now, is he going to be the 2014 version of himself when he finished second in the MVP to Aaron Rodgers? No. Is he going to be the 2017 version of himself? Probably not. But to tell me that you would take Joe Burrow, who, oh my goodness, he went 6 for 6 in the scrimmage against the Bengals, all right? Or Baker Mayfield, who showed me nothing as a second-year pro last year, or Lamar Jackson, who is remarkably good and I think is on the ascent to becoming a superstar in this league. I still, with the game on the line in the playoffs, having done it before, I'm taking Ben Roethlisberger first out of those 4, given the fact that I've seen him do it so many times in the most critical moments.
Booger, I got 15 seconds. You look like you have a final thought.
Yes, I want to say something. I just find it ironic, and I love picking on Dianna, so I'm going to do it right now. The fact that she thinks that this take is absolute horrendous, but Tom Brady's not going to make the playoffs and the Bucs are going to be bad this year. I'm just going to say what everybody's thinking. So, Dianna, I had to say it. I love you.
Brady's
But
not
come on,
making the
Dianna.
postseason.
We're fighting. We're fighting early in the morning.
Sorry,
here.
Booger.
To circle it back quickly, I'll just finish by saying that the Steelers managed to go 8-8 last year with, to be kind, well below average quarterback play. Ben doesn't have to be at his apex to get that team back into the playoffs. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.